From the National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda. This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
You can be a part of Nitda Impact by logging onto our website www.nitda.gov.ng and all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. I am Dorcas Bello and this is Nitda Impact.
This is Nitda Impact, your guide to a digital Nigeria.
Now, let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's take a look at what's making the news headlines this week. Minister of Communications and Digital Economy Dr. Isa Ali Pantami sets up a National Identity Number Registration Center for diplomats. Newly appointed CEO of MTN pays familiarization visit to Nitda. Director General of Nitda clears the air concerning 6 Nigerian startups. Now the news in details. The Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, has approved the setting up of National Identity Number NIN Enrollment Center at the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The center will provide for members of diplomatic corps and will be managed by the Ministry of Communications. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyema, is expected to simplify the process. It is mandatory for all members of the diplomatic corps who will reside in Nigeria to be duly registered for a continuous period. The Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, has called on service providers to provide consumer needs and efficient service delivery to enable businesses thrive. He said this when he received CEO MTN Mr. Carl in his office. Juliet Dengiwa gives us this report.
To build a space in digital technology, there is need to understand the ecosystem, consumer needs, and financial stability. This assertion was made by the Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency, Nitda, Kashifu Inua Abdullahi, while playing host to the incoming CEO of MTN, Mr. Carl Olutoku Toriola. Mr. Toriola was on a familiarization visit to Nitda ahead of taking up his duties at MTN. The Nitda DG explained that allowing industries to develop its space in the digital world is in the best interest of the nation. He also emphasized that all regulation should be in the interest of the citizens in line with the agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari. Mr. Abdullahi also commended the effort of MTN towards timely remittance.
You need to have the ecosystem to operate, because sometimes in business what we fail to understand is not about you, it's about the customers. No matter how good your product is, if it doesn't meet the customer's expectation, you won't sell it. Also for me, it's an opportunity to come and see what we are doing with the money you give us as a levy, because we need to be accountable for what we collect from you. We need to feed it back to the industry so that it can help you grow your business as well.
Responding, Mr. Toriola pledged to bring in innovation that will help in engaging the youth. He disclosed that MTN has so far trained young entrepreneurs across 6 geopolitical zones of the Federation in IT and innovations. The new CEO also noted that there are different phases of innovations that the agency has put in place and is set to achieve within a very short time. He said all subscribers will be duly registered and MTN will work with relevant agencies towards achieving that.
We are about to appoint a data protection compliance organization, and in line with Article 2.6 of the NDPR, we have conducted trainings for all of our staff to build capacity and awareness about our obligations on employees to protect personal data that they may have access to in the course of their work. We have an ethical hackers community building program to create new jobs, and STEM to accelerate local innovations.
Mr. Carl appreciates the efforts of the DG and the digitization agenda of President Muhammadu Buhari. 49-year-old Carl Toriola is expected to assume his new position soon. Juliet Dengiwa reporting for Nitda Impact.
Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, the Director General of Nitda, has cleared the air on Nigeria's 6 startups making the rounds in the Consumer Electronics Show. Kiniso Waboke is standing on with this report.
The Director General, National Information Technology Development Agency Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, gave a clarification on the 6 Nigerian startups making the rounds. Kashifu said Nigeria is showcasing for the first time 6 startups in the Consumer Electronics Show, CES, in GITEX, and not the first time Nigeria has showcased its startups at different fora around the world, as Nigeria startups have participated actively in GITEX annually. The Director General said this while granting an interview on the Deutsche Welle Television, a German television station, via Zoom. He equally said Nigerian startups have done very well in different shows and exhibitions.
We've been taking our startups to different fora around the world. We've taken them to Silicon Valley before for Roadshow. We've been participating at GITEX, and our startups have been doing fantastically well at the competition in different IT events. So looking at what is happening globally today with the current COVID-19 pandemic accelerating digitization, and also the kind of innovative solutions we are seeing in Nigeria, we see it as an opportunity to expose our startups so that they will start thinking global.
Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi added that despite the pandemic, Nigeria is not relenting in its industrial revolution. The agency has deployed ways to survive the global pandemic. The DG emphasized that President Muhammadu Buhari's agenda is geared towards achieving results in the industrial revolution, hence the need to keep moving irrespective of the pandemic.
We need to look at what are the silver lining in it and how can we benefit from it. It is easier and more, you can easily, quickly and conveniently participate from wherever you are in the world. You can cut costs in terms of traveling and other things. And also technology can allow you to create a near in-person look and feel for the event.
Kashifu is however hopeful that Nigeria will stop at nothing in leading the digitization program.
Of most importance in the week of technology is GITEX, the Gulf Information Technology Exhibition. And today, we will expose you to the goal of Nitda in the GITEX Technology Week. The Buhari-led administration wants Nigeria to be a part of technology, especially in Africa. We will also see how GITEX gives homebreed technologists the opportunity to compete for honors with some of the world's greatest technology inventors and innovators.
The Gulf Information Technology Exhibition, GITEX, is an annual computer and electronics trade show, exhibition and conference that takes place in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, at the Dubai World Trade Center. It is the biggest annual exhibition and conference in the Middle East and East Africa. The GITEX Shopper and Consumer Electronics Expo is an annual showpiece of the highest quality. It brings together ICT retailers and suppliers such as Gateway Group, 50 Cent, Etisalat, Red Hat, and Dell. Nigeria's participation in GITEX started in 2013, and by 2014, Nigeria was named a country partner for GITEX. Nitda-sponsored startups were consistent winners in different categories of the GITEX program, and by 2018, Nigeria came second. In 2019, one of the startups won first position in the AI startup category. GITEX 2019 was a landmark participation for Nigeria, as one of the startups sponsored by Nitda, Chineke Guard, won the top prize in AI solutions. The top position came with a $10,000 prize. The AI product designed is an application that detects theft and prevents shoplifting and was designed by Nigerian innovator Abdul Hakim Bashir. As a truly innovative product, Chineke Guard consists of a video analysis software that can easily classify what action a shoplifter is taking. If the actions were suspicious, it is flagged and reported instantly. The Minister of Communication and Digital Economy is optimistic the startups in Nigeria would be able to attract up to $50 million foreign investments through the country's digital economy and innovations policy. He singles out startups in Lagos and Abuja, who he said have made the country proud. The country's participation in the GITEX 2020 was anchored on the ingenuity of Nigeria's highly creative youth population. The Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, explains that the establishment of Nitda has helped the youth segment of the population to channel their creative energies towards preparing solutions that seek to address current and future problems or challenges across all sectors of the economy. With this channel, foreign direct investment (FDI) in Nigeria was expected to reach $220 million by the end of the last quarter of 2020, clearly showing the prospects for investment in the digital economy sector. Owing to Nigeria's constant participation and the laudable milestones the country has achieved, it was named official GITEX partner in the 2020 Technology Week.
Some of the ICT startups sponsored by Nitda share their GITEX experience with us.
It was a really thrilling experience. We got exposed to a whole lot of people that were doing innovative stuff from everywhere, all around the world. It was like the melting point for technology in 2020, and we got to meet people doing stuff all the way from 5G to IoT to health tech, edutech, blockchain, even oil and gas. Then there was Dubai City or Dubai Tech City. All that was really an eye-opening experience as to the possibilities that was happening all around in technology everywhere in the world.
Interacting with several persons in GITEX actually improved my perspective in certain areas. I would like to point out one of those areas, and that would be with regards to prospecting internationally, right? Developing solutions to serve a wider space just beyond my country, just beyond our country, which is Nigeria. So we are looking at an international market now, and that is as a result of networking with persons and then meeting smart people in GITEX. So that boosted our perspective with regards to possibilities. So we discovered that wow, so we can actually serve an international market with our product. You see, and that is something we consider very, very vital.
Power Stove, known as Anya, which is a low-power GSM-enabled fully integrated IoT device customized for installation in clean stoves. Scholar, a gamified artificial intelligence learning solution that seeks to leverage AI by first using machine learning to effectively help students, teachers, and schools.
From industries to agriculture, automobiles to governance, tech innovation powering creativity and education. Technology connects them all on Nitda Impact.
I, Kashifu Abdullahi, DGCO Nitda, invite you to always tune into NTA channels 521 on DSTV every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. and Channels TV every Saturday, 2:30 p.m. to watch what Nitda is doing to impact your life positively, and also help you understand how you can benefit from digital economy policy in line with President Muhammadu Buhari's economic diversification agenda.
Nitda Impact, powering the Nigeria digital economy.
Nigeria is currently facing a second wave of COVID-19, and NCDC statistics say 80% of these cases are severe. The Nigerian Dare Odumede started a COVID-19 USSD health service for African CDC and African Union to provide data and other contact information of people needing COVID-19 tests. Check It runs using a short code. Odumede explains these details.
My name is Dare Odumede, founder, CEO, Check It Technologies. At Check It, we help producers of pharmaceutical products and consumer goods make their products smarter, safer, and trackable. Now, this is because in the African ecosystem, as well as Asia, majorly developing parts of the world, we experience majority of deaths that happen as a result of counterfeit pharmaceutical products, medicine. Now, this happens mainly because this part of the market are highly informal, right? Supply chain processes are broken, a lot of supply chain inefficiencies, and a lot of paper-based mechanisms. Now, this results in over 30% market share loss to companies in this industry, particularly pharmaceuticals. Early stage of the pandemic in Nigeria, in April precisely, we worked with the African Union, Africa CDC, to provide our technology to gather consumer feedback about the COVID-19, as well as pass information to consumers, especially those that are vulnerable. We did this via the USSD shortcode, through which we got people to sign up for daily alerts on COVID-19. We also sent airtime to people who participated in surveys, through which we were able to gather data to understand how Nigerians feel about the government's reaction to COVID-19 at the time, of which we were able to identify that most people feel the government is doing enough, and why a few segments, about 15%, feel the government could have done better. We're also able to reach out to people in the villages through their kids that sign up with them in urban areas like Lagos. We totally reached over 54,000 people through technology without any major form of marketing. Now, we also believe that going forward, as the result of the fact that, now we have the vaccines, but we don't have it everywhere yet. But one thing that is very popular or common with issues like COVID-19 and pandemic is the chance of counterfeiting. In the scenario, if you look at the period of the test kits, when it just came out, you found out there were a lot of counterfeit test kits out there as well, which created false negatives and false positives. They created a whole issue on its own. It's actually the same thing that happened with the vaccines by the time they are mass produced. But to check it, with our unique IDs, we can protect vaccines from being counterfeited. We can protect these vaccines also and provide pharmacovigilance for brands so they can understand better how these vaccines are reacting with people when people use it in the mass market. Consumers should always expect that they're going to win something when they scan or check it label. So also, working together with the government is one area as well that we're very open to, NAFDAC and JS1, to make this many-ledger ecosystem building development happen. We know it's not going to happen in 1 year. This is going to be a 5-year journey that we'd like the key stakeholders to join us on to make Nigeria a better place and Africa at large. Yes, and make consumers, safer. Now, the interesting part about the Medi-Ledger technology and the technology that we built already is that it can enable us to have the phasing away of all these leaflets that we find in drugs and medicine. This long leaflet that talks about the drug, explanation and all that. We can have it all in digital form, such as an electronic product information system, which is called the EPI, which is where, from the authentication, the data about the products and every other information can be pulled out into the mobile phone and be read through there. Also, it gives the consumer much more reason to want to interact and read about the product they're about to consume, because then it will be more in more graphical forms on their mobile phone, on your smartphone. And we can use this to easily create a central database where at point of check, at point of dispensary in the pharmacy, the central database can also be edited or updated, that the product has actually left the pharmacy into the hands of the final consumer. So creating more like an end-to-end transparency to know which product is sold in the market and which product is from the open market, which makes it easy for us to track counterfeit products. What we're really envisaging is to keep getting the kind of feedback we're getting now and even better. Most of our users, the companies that use our product, are very happy with the fact that they're able to learn more about their consumers. Also, we've gotten feedback from the brands that they're actually able to engage directly with their consumers, which was something they were not doing before. Right? Being able to engage directly with the consumer and being able to reward the consumer directly is one of the things that we enabled most brands to do. The reception has been great so far. We've really taken an uptake in the past 1 year, which is one of the reasons that we're very happy and positive about the next 1 year. That's going to be great for us as well. Most of our service has to do with telecommunication, network, authentication, So we're actually open to working with more network providers directly, partnering with network providers, so we can have better rates for consumers to easily and freely authenticate products without having to charge. This is something we're looking to do. We're currently in Nigeria and Afghanistan. We're also looking at expanding to other African countries. With the kind of network partnership that we have currently, we can easily expand into 10 African countries right now. We've grown over 2,000%. We have over 3 million of our labels in the market. We still have a lot more labels to push out into the Nigerian markets in 2021. As a matter of fact, we want to reach 100 million labels in the market by the end of 2021. Our vision really essentially is to ensure that every one of us can tell the history of the product that we're consuming at every point in time. So when we check the product, we can know how the product was manufactured, where it came from, which distributor got it, and then which raw materials were used to make it, and how it got to us finally, which retail service sold it to us, right? So we should always have that ability to tell the history of every product we consume, giving us more control over what we are eating.
This week's Tech Tips is on cybersecurity tips for small business owners. Number 1, educate employees about cyber threats and hold them accountable. Number 2, confirm all payments for goods or services made via online transfers. Number 3, understand the importance of data backup. Number 4, get an SSL certificate for your website. Number 5, use a trustworthy security suite to help protect your device. Number 6, when buying a security suite, make sure you invest in software that provides comprehensive protection for all your family members and their devices. There's a huge wave of technology and information innovations across the world, and in Nigeria, Nitda calls for active participation. You can get involved by logging onto our website www.nitda.gov.ng and all our social media handles displayed right on your screens. 1,000 appreciation to the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Isa Ali Pantami, the Director General of Nitda, Malam Kashifu Inuwa Abdullahi, the management and staff of Nitda. Nitda wants you to make a difference, especially in the tech world. To achieve this, you have to be informed and get involved. See you again next time. I am Dorcas Bello, and bye for now.